so 7 will focus on evoking of awareness. So let's take a look at this. The client says this, the scenario says this: a coach is working with a client who is an experienced marathon runner writing a book on training for endurance races. This is a long-held dream for the client. The coach notices that the client often uses running metaphors when talking about the challenges and the progress in their writing. The client is typically upbeat, energetic, but they arrived at today's session appearing tired, discouraged. They shared with the coach that they have recently hit a wall in writing, with 3 chapters remaining. When they sit down to write, the client says they can barely come up with anything and nothing is worth publishing. The client says they are afraid that they won't be able to complete the book on time, and that's all of their work towards this goal will be lost. What should the coach do? So this, again, it falls between listening and evoking of awareness. But if we notice here, there are a few key things here that we want to notice. All right. When they sit down to write, the client says they can barely come up with anything. Nothing is worth publishing. The client says they are afraid they won't be able to complete the book on time and that all of their work is lost. So there's a fear, there's everything here. Okay, so we're going to look at the options and we're going to look at some of the possible reasoning behind that. Okay, so the best action: ask the client if they would like to explore their fear of not finishing the book. That could be one option, just because there's a question. Remind the client that they have achieved extremely challenging goals in the past and can meet this big goal too. So this is more like you can think about it like a typical coach, a typical sports coach. You've done it before, you can do it again, right? You've done it before, you can do it again. That kind of thing. You have won the gold in Olympics, you can win it again. So that kind is a typical method of sports coaching. Like I use your past success again to invite you. The third option: ask the client if there was a time when they were running a marathon and felt that they couldn't finish, and invite the client to share how they handled that challenge in the race. So why would this be the best action? Because the situation the client is in, they say that they are afraid. They couldn't accomplish it. So I can go back in time and extract a potential experience or a past success that they've overcome, a past challenge they've overcome, and then extract that learnings and insights and bring it to the present moment. So therefore, number 3 would be a good option to evoke awareness. So when I asked, hey, were there a time where you felt that running a marathon you couldn't finish, and then inviting the client to share that as well? Okay. Now,
Means also because of you speaking the same language like the client, it's like in his profession, in his what he likes to do, right?
mm-hmm. Yep. You're using basically his language, which is running the marathon, right? Which is the long range he talks about. So, in fact, if I were to kind of do this a little bit more, I can also use the word hit a wall, right? I could ask the client, hey, was there a time where you also had a running marathon where you felt that you hit a wall? Yeah. So if I want to kind of even make it even better, I could even use words like this to phrase it and invite the client to share what were some learnings back then and how they like to take the learnings to meet this challenge here. Yeah. Okay. And then option 4, support the client identifying strategies to help them move forward in writing and reading. Again, number 4, again, it's premature solutioning, premature problem solving. Yeah. So usually like, oh, what can you do? What are some strategies? What are some action plans? So whenever I see this one, this is too action oriented. It should be towards the end, not at the start. Okay. So the worst action will be here. You've done it before, you can do it again. Yeah. Usually this will not be the best option, because even if I've done it before, it doesn't mean I'm not acknowledging the feelings, I'm not acknowledging the moment of things. Yep. For example, if today you're taking the credentialing exam and I said, hey, Misha, you've passed your university exams before. You can do it this time. It's not difficult. But it's two different things. Okay? So that's why number 2 may not be the best option. Yeah, because it's
Can change, right? I mean, it's not the same circumstances, maybe.
yeah, things can change, and it may be different in this moment. It could be the same. Very much like if you think about it from the Olympics perspective, it could be the same Olympic, event, but it's a different year, different situation. Yeah. So that's why sometimes the number two may not be the best way. So sometimes one of the ways to answer the question is if I put myself in that situation and I was the client, which one do I feel that may be the worst response to me? Yeah. Then that will also give me that clue. So in answering these questions, there's two perspectives. I can take from the lens of the coach, I switch myself to the client and potentially feel how it's like if that is done on me.